Okay, so if you've ever felt that just wave of panic wash over you in a job interview, you know exactly how frustrating that can be. In this explainer, we're going to break down why that happens and, way more importantly, how to shift your mindset from fear to really showing your true value. Oh, it is the moment we all dread, isn't it? That classic opening question. I mean, you've prepared for days, you know your own story inside and out, but suddenly, poof, your mind is completely blank. It's an incredibly common, super frustrating experience, and it's the exact feeling we're going to tackle today. So, before we can even get to the solution, we have to acknowledge the problem. That feeling of panic, it is not just in your head. It's a genuine physical response. Your body is literally kicking into fight or flight mode. And yeah, this is exactly what that panic looks like. Your mind just empties out. That confident voice you practiced with suddenly starts to tremble, and the self-assurance you walked in the door with just completely evaporates. If any of this sounds familiar, believe me, you are absolutely not alone. But the reason for it? Well, it might not be what you think. Okay, and this is where we really get to the heart of the matter. See, most of us, when we have a bad interview, we tell ourselves the same story. I just needed to prepare more. We promise ourselves we'll do more mock interviews, memorize more answers, but we might be treating the wrong disease entirely. It's kind of like an iceberg, right? We focus on what we can see above the water, this idea of a lack of preparation. But what the source material argues is that that's a fundamental misdiagnosis. The real issue, the huge bulk of the iceberg, is hidden right beneath the surface. So, if it's not about preparation, what is it about? Well, we have to look beneath the surface at the subconscious drivers that are actually pulling the strings during that high-stakes conversation. And here they are. These are the real culprits. It's the fear of being scrutinized and, found wanting. It's that deep fear of hearing no, which our brain can take as a really personal rejection. And underlying all of that is that quiet, nagging voice of imposter syndrome, just whispering, I'm not good enough for this. So the crucial point is this: your brain going blank isn't a reflection of your competence or your skills at all. It's a symptom of your subconscious mind just hitting the big red panic button because it's trying to protect you from those core fears of judgment and rejection. All right, so now that we've diagnosed the real problem, we can introduce the solution. It all comes down to one really powerful, critical shift in your entire approach: the difference between trying to impress and starting to express. I mean, just think about what the word impress implies. It's all about seeking approval. It puts the interviewer on the pedestal and you in a position where you need their validation. This mindset naturally triggers all those fears of judgment we were just talking about. But now, look at this alternative. Expressing your value changes the entire dynamic. It's not about seeking approval anymore. It's about sharing information. You are there as an equal, a potential partner, to discuss the value you can bring to their organization. You're there to present a solution to their problems. Okay, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually make this shift happen when the pressure's on? Well, the key is that it's not a switch you just flip. It's a muscle you build through practice. So let's get into the specifics of that training. And this slide gives us a perfect, tangible example. I think I can do this role sounds so uncertain, doesn't it? It's asking for permission, asking them to believe you. But framing it as I've handled similar challenges and delivered results, well, that's a statement of fact. It expresses value based on past experience. It doesn't seek approval, it provides evidence. This is the first step. This brings us to a really important takeaway. You know that old advice of fake it till you make it? It doesn't work here because your subconscious knows you're faking it, which can just create even more anxiety. You don't need to fake anything, you just need to train. True, unshakable confidence comes from training your mind to focus on expressing value. Here's how you can do it. Prepare by writing down maybe 3 to 5 key value stories. These are just specific examples of when you've solved a problem, achieved a result, or made a real impact. Practice saying them out loud, not to memorize them, but just to get comfortable with the feeling of stating your accomplishments as facts. This trains your brain to believe in your own worth. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Don't think about what questions they'll ask you or how you can impress them. Instead, get crystal clear on the value you bring to the table. Think about it right now. What are the top 3 value stories you can tell? In your next interview, what specific value will you be ready to express?